what's next here? Schedule gets released next week, right? Anything you're hearing that you're comfortable throwing out there? Any breadcrumbs? Tom?
I believe I am contractually barred from
So am I.
speculating
So am I. That's why
about
I'm asking you to go first.
speculating about the schedule. I do anticipate there are going to be some interesting things from an international scheduling perspective.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It may be a little bit different than what we've seen in the past. Maybe even while I was filling in for you, Rich, a couple
Yes.
of months ago, I gave my idea for how you would eventually play 32 international games a year, and it was all about sending pods of 4 teams over. Maybe the NFL might be experimenting a little bit with something very
Oh,
similar to that.
okay.
So that'll be something to keep an eye on here. Obviously, we'll be watching for the kickoff game, who the Eagles are going to have. There's a bunch of really good options because they've got the Lions on their home slate this year. They've got the Rams on their home slate this year. Obviously, they've got those other NFC East teams. So who gets put in those positions? I do know there's, I believe, 5 different announcements Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before the whole schedule
Yes.
gets released. 5 formal announcements, not including the leaks that back in my Green Bay Press Gazette days, you got those leaks by calling the local hotels because somebody with the Packers would slip them the home game schedule so they could jack up their rates
Yeah.
in advance of the schedule coming out. That's how you used to get that back in the day.
Yeah, man, no doubt. Green Bay was always the spot because I know people apparently with the hotels there that we were all hanging out in for the draft will book a room for 18 straight weeks and then cancel on the bye weeks and the weeks that they're on the road just to make sure that they get the spot for the home games. I've heard all these things throughout hosting schedule release shows, but interesting nuggets right there. Yeah, I think the Today Show is going to be the first to go up on Monday, and that's probably where we'll find out what the season opener is for the Philadelphia Eagles in the first night game of the season, the first Thursday night game. When is Purdy popping? When's that going? Like, is there timing that you're hearing about right now when he
This
signs?
is one of those, Rich, that could happen pretty much any time. I don't get the sense that, I always hesitate to say anything is close or because there is, it's like Yoda, there is no close, there is only done. Are they within the realm of, hey, if they agree to something right now, it could get done quickly? Yeah, but they're not there just yet. I would anticipate it's going to come to a head sometime before the start of training camp, potentially sooner than that. I do anticipate that it's going to be somewhere in the 50s. Exactly what that number ends up being remains to be seen, but it's going to be a solid, if not top of the market type of deal because Dak was in just a different position, having earned a lot of money, having the level of leverage that he did. Brock Purdy right now is due like $5 million this season, and they've got the specter of franchise tags. It's a lot harder at times just to make the numbers work when you got a very small number remaining in the last year of an existing contract. He was a 7th-round pick, as everybody knows, and so it's a little bit more difficult here. But he, I believe, is going to get paid. I do believe that this gets done. In terms of the exact timing, we'll see. But I would think for all parties involved, resolving this before training camp and not having that hanging over everybody's heads would probably be a benefit.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.